How's everybody doing today? We are live today on the Ravori Sports podcast. Like and subscribe to all of our social media content out there. So definitely check us out. Maryland football. Maryland football is going on here in a few minutes. Maryland basketball preview October 27th. We're going to be playing the Terps in the beloved HBCU Coppin State in their first game. So definitely check that out. We're going to be previewing that. If you know, you know. Winchester, Virginia Genesis Notary Services, notary business here is wonderful here in the Winchester area. So I want to thank all of you. It's grown in the last 3 years. I appreciate all of you. And we got Dion with us here today. Dion asked to come on.
No, you wanted me to come on, Charles. Stop that, man. Stop it,
I actually had you in mind a couple of weeks ago for the Bears game, right? Because that's your team, right? So we're gonna do a reaction for the Bears. We'll still do that, but he wanted to come on because he couldn't wait. Like
no, Charles, don't do that, man. You wanted me to come on, man. Stop it, Charles, man. Don't do that, man.
He couldn't wait to tell me how bad the Ravens were. Right.
You would text me everybody blowing your phone up, Charles, and stuff. Come on, man.
Yeah, it wasn't just you. Oh, don't get it twisted. Oh, it wasn't just you. You weren't by yourself. There's plenty.
You were sounding the alarms after y'all lost to Detroit and stuff. You know, you was in depressive state of mind on your podcast. Then when y'all got beat by the Chiefs, you was mortified, man.
Well, first of all, thank you for watching. We appreciate it. Second, they look bad. They look bad during that game. Detroit obviously just completely pushed them around the line of scrimmage. And Detroit is got a lot of respect for what they've done, but they really just kind of pushed the Ravens around on every phase of the game on both sides. We win football games on the line of scrimmage, I think. You can talk all you want about receivers and all that other stuff, but when you get in the trenches, the big boys, when you get shoved around, that's a thing. You can't sustain that. All right, Dion, what do you think?
The problem with the Ravens is their defense was horrible, man. They were out all these Pro Bowls. Like they got Justin Madubuike, he out. Cal Hamilton is hurt. They got a manager and they can't stop the pass or the run. And then Derrick Henry with his fumble issues, Harbaugh don't trust Henry no more. That's why he had Justice Hill in the game playing the majority of the snaps. And then Lamar Jackson so your defense horrible. They 30 in all the categories and everything. Lamar Jackson can't fix all the issues y'all have on y'all team. And Derrick Henry needs to stop fumbling the ball, you know. And they need Ronnie Stanley back. When Ronnie Stanley was on the O-line playing, they open up holes. They need Ronnie Stanley to play on the O-line. He's sure of all the issues that they have with the line calls and everything. But Lamar Jackson got to stop trying to be a hero and let's play his game. But he needs help, though, especially defensively. Because the Chiefs is not good. You seen how they played against the Giants? Man, it was 6-6 at halftime against the Giants. And then he threw a lateral back pass and almost got fumbled, and the Giants almost scored a touchdown. They let Cam Scatterbull run all over them. I mean, Derrick Henry could have ran all over them.
I like him though, Scatterbull. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but
you're right. Inexperienced running back. Go ahead.
Yeah, but the fumbles is the biggest problem. Derrick Henry, they don't trust him anymore, and he won the rushing title with the Titans, and he very good. So he got to get back on track and stop fumbling the ball. But I think Cooper Rush will help y'all a lot because he played the Cowboys. He was 4-4 in 2024. So y'all got a good bag up there. Could throw the ball. He ain't gonna run the ball, but Derrick Henry is gonna be more of a focal point of the offense now. He just got to make sure he don't fumble the ball. I think y'all could be 2-3 this week. Houston is not that good. They just beat Tennessee and Cam Ward cursing everything, talking about we are bleeping horrible. So if y'all can beat Houston, y'all season
that we're gonna win this week. I've heard a lot of people I've sat down with say that. I'm not, dude. They're playing without their three best defensive play. Hamilton probably won't play. They don't know yet. Roquan's definitely not going to play. Matabuke is going to be out for the season. We know you got no Lamar Jackson. You got Derrick Henry struggling. I think the receivers have been good. They've been good. I think Zay Flowers and all that, they've been good. You got maybe no Ronnie Stanley, who was been banged up, so maybe you don't have him on Sunday. The Texans would have to be pretty bad if they lose this game. You can't beat the Ravens with all these guys missing. That says something about the Texans. I mean, in my opinion. I mean, that's a lot right there. They're going to be missing at least 10 players, 10 starters. That's a lot. You still don't have Pat Ricard back. I don't see how you overcome that. I don't. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I think Pittsburgh is going to win the division anyway. I'm leaning towards Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers is a 41-year-old quarterback. Look at what he's doing. He 3-1 with the Steelers, and they mucking the games up and everything, you know. He playing real good, and Mike Tomlin, you know. I think the Ravens can learn something from the Pittsburgh Steelers right now. Because I think Cincinnati ain't going nowhere. They got to get a veteran quarterback. The Browns ain't none, so it's going to be the Ravens and the Steelers, but the Steelers going to win the division, I believe. So they're going to be the AFC North champions. So the Ravens going to be battling for a wild card. I think that the Ravens in trouble right now. They're in big trouble because guess what? They got to at least get 10 wins in the AFC to make playoffs. They 1-3. So they don't have a lot of room for error, to be honest. You know?
I don't know if you need 10 wins because, like you said, you kind of just said it without saying it. A lot of those teams in the conference are struggling. I think Buffalo for sure, they're going to get 12, 13. Okay. So in their division, New England, I don't think wins 10 games. The Jets, we know, is not going to win 10 games. And in Miami, we know it's not going to win 10 games. Okay, so you go to the South. We know a lot of those teams aren't going to win 10 games. The Jags, the Titans. Colts have been good, although I'm still not a buyer. Daniel Jones, I think it's just a bit of a mirage here to start. But yeah, so those two divisions, I don't think you're going to get 10 wins. The West, you probably do with the Chargers if they can stay healthy, and the Chefs. You can't say Chiefs.
No, don't forget about the Broncos, though, Charles, man.
Broncos, too. Yeah, Broncos are pretty good.
The Chiefs are overrated. The Chiefs are overvalued, man. Like, they not good. You know, Kansas City, they not good, man. They can't run the ball. They just beat up on a bad Ravens team. The Ravens made them look better than they appear to be. They barely put up points against the Giants. The Giants that gave up 40 points against the Cowboys.
With a guy who totally should be retired at this point, Russell Wilson.
But Sierra want him playing football, so that he don't got to be annoying her. That's why I get, man.
I agree with you on Kansas City. I think a lot of people are overrating Kansas City in that win because they did win so decisively. I do think it was more bad Ravens than it was good Chiefs. I think so, personally. I just don't think the Ravens did anything right. And I don't think they didn't want to play.
Well, I think people should watch out for Jacksonville, man. Jacksonville is a sleeping giant, man. Jacksonville, man, they Etienne, he running the ball and everything. I think Kansas City may lose on Monday night. People sleeping on Jacksonville, man. They got Liam Cohen. He came from the Buccaneers. He fixed Baker Mayfield, and he fixed Trevor Lawrence, you know. They had Urban Meyer, and they had Doug Peterson, the Super Bowl champion coach. But now they got Liam Cohen, their offense is rolling. And I don't think Kansas City is like 28th in the run game. So I don't know how the Ravens did not exploit that enough. You know,
because
like y'all could have beat
the defense isn't good. That's why you
I know. I'm saying the running game. No, the Chiefs cannot stop the running game. You can run on them. Scatter will put up 130 plus scrimmage yards. The Chiefs cannot stop the run no more. And then their defense is old. Like Jones is not that good anymore. You know, he's not playing at an all-pro level anymore. And
I
then
won't.
Mahomes,
I won't go that far. I
yeah,
won't go
but
that far. Not you can see crack. I agree with you. There's cracks there. Not what it was, but I ain't going that far. That's further than I
okay,
will go. That's further than I will
yeah,
go.
but
Go ahead.
I'm just saying he the only star player on the defensive side, and Karloff is that play for Purdue. But other than that, they get ran on like crazy. You can put up 200 yards on them, like Jacksonville just can run the ball up and down the field like the Giants did and beat them.
Guy in the comments doesn't agree with you. I agree.
Well,
I
it's okay. I like it. Hey, we could agree to disagree.
I think there are chinks in the armor with Kansas City. I totally 1,000% agree with you on that. You could kind of see it, even though the Ravens didn't win. The Ravens didn't want to play Sunday. I thought it was all on Coach Harbaugh not having a team ready. They didn't want to play. I don't think they got over the game Monday. I don't think they
And
did. I think they didn't. I don't think. And then they were playing the absolute wrong team. You're playing Kansas City. They've had no success against them in recent years, and they just weren't. Their mind wasn't right. Their just
yeah, he
mind wasn't
won.
right.
He won at six. He won at 7 against Kansas City. He was 1-6 going into the game and everything. Lamar Jackson. So yeah, that's his kryptonite. He could beat all the other teams, but he can't beat them.
I I don't think he. I think he can beat them. I think the coaching has just been bad. I think John Harbaugh was a coach underneath of Andy Reid, and I think that doesn't that he just can't get over it. He just seems to get outfoxed by Steve Spagnuolo and Andy Reid every time, and he shouldn't now because he had a better team. He shouldn't now. I
Well,
mean, he had a better team. Yeah, go ahead.
you think with Philadelphia, you get to Kansas City and stuff. The NFL is about line play, the O line and D line. That's how you win. You win in the trenches. Skill players, that's great. All that wide receiver, running back, but you win with line play. It's like high school level. If you could block the D line, you're gonna win at the point of attack. But if you can't block in the run game, if you can't protect the quarterback, you're not gonna even win no games. It's like the youth level, high school level. Football is elementary. The top of team wins.
I agree, and that's what's wrong with the Ravens.
They can't block anybody at
They
all.
can't.
They
They're
can't stop
not.
nobody.
They used to be the most physical team when you play. When you watch those old Ravens Steelers games, they were
Ray
just
Lewis,
Ray
Ed
Lewis,
Reed,
Ed Reed, and
Hello, Inada.
Haloti Nada, and the Steeler players. You talk about like a James Harrison and Palomalu and Ward. Those things were not like these aerial assault. This was like just physical. The physicality in this, they don't have it now. They don't have it on defense. I don't really see it. I think the defense is going to get better as they get healthier, but you got to have that physicality. Except, so I mean, people keep telling me they're going to win tomorrow. I don't think so. I don't know.
Houston only favored by 1.5 points, so that's the spread right now. So right now it's like a pick'em game with Vegas and everything, with the betting and everything. So some people may know what we don't know. If it's that's a 1.5 spread,
2.5. The Titans, the Texans are 2.5 point favorites.
Well, yeah, but that ain't enough spread. I think if the Ravens can get Henry going and he don't fumble the ball, they could just control the clock, and I think that's the best chance for them to win. That'll protect their defense and not have them on the field, and that'll help everything out. They got to run the ball, and Henry got to not fumble the ball at all. And he can win the game based on his own ability, because he been in an MVP conversation like last year with Barkley and stuff. He's still a top running back. He just got the yips right now.
What are you seeing with Henry? That's the problem. A lot of people are asking me if his age is catching up with him. What do you think?
I don't think it's age. I think that he been too careless with the football. Like Saquon don't fumble the ball at all. I don't know why he is fumbling the ball. He had like 4 fumbles in the last 3 weeks. Harbaugh ain't gonna play him if he fumbling the ball. Any coach will sit you down. They don't care if you're a star player. at any level. You know, look at the Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson fumbled the ball like 9 times last year, and that's why they drafted Travion Henderson, and he's not fumbling the ball at all.
I'm going to agree with you. I think I matter of fact, you're the first person I heard say it. What I've said. I think he's in John Harbaugh's doghouse. John Harbaugh has always did this with running backs. The running backs kind of disappear when they fumble with him, and everybody just thought I was crazy for saying this, but he does not like bell cows. He does not like the same guy to rush it 25, 30 times. He doesn't want that. He wants to spread it around. I don't know if that's a good idea with Derrick Henry, but now you're fumbling as well. He said he's stiff arming too early. I saw that on the film too. He's stiff arming before he gets to the line of scrimmage to get through, and they're ripping the ball out. He's not clear enough down the field to do the stiff arm.
Well, the thing is, Henry too strong to be letting fumbling the ball, man. Do you see how big he is?
Yes.
He like a linebacker playing running back. You know, he should be running people over. He should not be fumbling the ball. You know, he should be doing what he did to the coach last season, stiff arming the guy and going into the end zone. You know, that's what we want to see out of Henry. They want to see that physical running style that he did with Tennessee and what he did last year. And they just want to see him keep the ball and don't fumble, you know.
I think there's several. I think the other thing I've said and I've noticed is the RPO that the Ravens like to run. I think teams have just figured it out, like in a lot of ways. They're attacking it before they even do it. And so when teams are attacking that RPO, that's going to be a real thing. Like when people know, like in the NFL, I think you got about a year or two to run plays, whatever, before the rest of the league kind of figures it out. I think they figured out, hey man, we're going to hit them at the mesh point. That's what's going on too with the RPO.
Well, how many games do you think they're going to win the rest of the year? Because Lamar Jackson going to be back in 2 to 3 weeks. So let's say he back in after next week, and he come back, and they probably like 2-4. What do you think their record going to ultimately be this year with the schedule that they got left?
I think they can only win 7 or 8 games because, like you said, you only got so many games. So they lose these next 2, then you're 1-5. Right, and how many games can you win to get in the playoffs?
Well, they're gonna have to go 9-2 for the rest of the year.
They should win most of the games down the stretch, I think, because the schedule's much weaker for the most part. They got to go to Green Bay and then they got to go to Pittsburgh. But yeah, like you've done quite a hole for yourself. You can't. There's only so many games that you have that you can lose and still get in there. So I do think it's possible that they overcome it. It's possible that they win this game. I hope, obviously, they win this game, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to beat a team when you're missing this many guys. And the Texans have decent players. Their defense is fantastic.
Will Anderson, you know, the guy from Alabama, you know. But I think the thing is they should have beat Detroit. Like, if Detroit, if Henry would never fumble the ball, they would have won that game. That was a game. They was in that game the whole game. But Henry fumbled like once or twice, and that cost them. Like, he fumbled the ball in the red zone. That was 7 points being taken off the board. You know, and then they couldn't stop David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. You know, they was running all over them. If they would have stopped them on a couple plays in the red zone, they would have won. That was a game the whole way through. That was the best they looked, you know, on Monday Night Football.
The Lions?
No, the Ravens. The Ravens was in that game. If Henry would never fumbled the ball, they was gonna go in for the score.
The Lions, the Lions. I mean, I agree they could have still stolen the game, but the Lions outplayed them.
In the run game, they couldn't stop the run. That was the thing.
The Ravens have never given up. They've never given up like 200 yards like that on the ground.
Yeah, they gave up 230 in the run game.
Yeah, how can you, dude? They have had their whole identity, the whole draft, the whole thing is run defense. They never give up that type of game on the ground, even though the Lions have great running backs. Don't get it twisted. But
the Lions is a dome team. You see what Green Bay did? Green Bay defense messed up right now. You see what Green Bay did? Green Bay put physical them, and they took them out of the game. They scored 6 points in 3.5 quarters, and then they scored a garbage touchdown. It was 27-13. The Lions got beat up against Green Bay, a defense that gave up 40 against the Cowboys. So the Lions is a little bit suspect. In ways when they deal with physical teams, you can out physical them. They're a dome team.
Comment said judging the defense off that game isn't fair. Maybe because of Detroit. And see, that's the thing. You played good teams. You played Buffalo. You've played Detroit. You played Detroit. You played KC. That are really good teams.
Well, they lost Buffalo by 1 point. So that was a close game and stuff.
Buffalo, they beat themselves. They should have won that.
Yeah.
That's more, I think, maybe where you go. They should have won that.
Well, yeah, they was up 14 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you just gave them that game. I mean, they outplayed Buffalo for 3 quarters. I mean, you just gave it away. And
now everybody's saying that the Buffalo Bills is the best team in the AFC because they beat the Ravens and stuff. It's like in college football, like beating the Ravens right now is not a good win on your schedule. it's like Clemson, Clemson 1-3, and they gonna beat North Carolina today. It's like, is it a good win to beat Baltimore right now?
Or Texas, right? Or Texas, yeah. Texas,
yeah, that ain't gonna be a good win. That's like it's a win needed to help them with the division.
I'm just thinking it's gonna. You got to get your guys back to get better. You can't play without this many players. Your defense isn't going to get better without your 3 best players. How much better do you want to be without Roquan? Without Kyle Hamilton, possibly.
The Bears won, and they without Johnson and Edwards, and they beat the Raiders on the road by 1 point. And they was without their 3 defensive players, So it's a lot of teams that's banged up, Charles, and the Bears still found a way to win on the road. Even though Geno turned the ball over twice.
I surely hope you're right. I surely hope you're right.
Well, the Bears without their top 3 starters, man. Come on, man.
The Bears, I think, the defense is just not good. That's what's wrong with the Bears.
But Ben Johnson is a good coach, though. Caleb Williams been good. Caleb Williams been cooking all year, man. This is the best he looked. He looked like a Pro Bowl a caliber quarterback that can lead a franchise now.
I do think people are being way too hard on Caleb.
I think so. Well, it's because he paint. It's because he paint his hands. He get his nails painted with his hands and stuff. So some people may not like that at all,
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, I heard about, some people say, why do he get his nails painted and stuff,
You'd be surprised how many men. I got a story like from the Army that's kind of like that. I used to make fun of these men that get their hair and get their feet done and all that. I was in the hey man, can you believe him, man? He was saying he gets his nail done. And then the other sergeant said, yeah, I get mine done every week. Oh, hair and you'd be surprised how many men do. That's off topic, especially if you got money. But
yeah,
I think the defense is the problem. They keep talking about Caleb.
Yeah, it is the defense.
The defense is Caleb didn't give up 52 points on defense against.
Well, the Lions killed them too. Yeah. I think Detroit the second best team in the NFC behind Philadelphia, though.
I think that's probably right.
Ain't nobody beating Philadelphia though in the NFC. Like AJ Brown, all the drama. That ain't nothing, man. They winning games. They have won 18 out of the last 19 games. I don't think what the drama with AJ Brown is a moot story anyway. They winning games. Who cares if he get the ball 6 times, man? These wide receivers be acting like divas, man. Your team won the game. That's calm down,
I don't know what he's actually upset about. I mean, his stats are down. The only argument I heard is somebody said he wants to get into the Hall of Fame.
He gonna get in the Hall of Fame. He a good wide receiver, man.
I don't know. I mean, they already paid him. The team is winning. I mean, this is the quarterback. Yeah, we're talking about AJ Brown. Yeah, like that's the team is winning. I don't know what more you want, really, in that space.
Yes, and they got Jalen Hurts is an underrated quarterback, man. People been sleeping on Jalen Hurts and stuff, man. All he do is win. He won at Alabama. He won at Oklahoma. He wins games, man. He played a game. It may be boring, like Drew Brees said. He said that they play style boring. Well, they get the job done. They win games.
I'm not arguing. I got him as the top 5 quarterback in the league. I think you got. Yeah. I got Mahomes 1, Lamar 2,
you got
3, and then Joe Burrow 4, and then I got Jalen Hurts.
Well, you got Mahomes based on the past, because I know a Kansas City fan, Valerie Howe, I interviewed on my channel. People only got Mahomes one because of the past success and stuff, man. But if you look at his QBR, he has not been good the last couple of years. The defense have won them championships like with the Patriots,
Any one of those first 4, and you say they're the best quarterback in the NFL, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, but Jalen Hurts outplayed Mahomes twice in the Super Bowl. Let's be honest, Jalen Hurts is better than Mahomes. So with the better talent, he got the better organization, how he rolls, man. And people sleeping on Sirianni. Sirianni is a good coach, man. All he do is win. They have won.
I agree.
He have won 78% of his games. The man don't lose.
I agree.
And Kansas City, they the new Kansas City. I think that it don't matter if Hurts don't care about an MVP. He just want to win games and win Super Bowls. And he don't care if it looks nice. Like the tush push, people need to stop talking about the tush push. It's a good play. They just don't like because they successful at it, and Buffalo successful at doing it too. They score 98% of the time. I don't know why they always got a problem with the tush push. It's just a play that they successful at, and the other teams don't. Other teams are not.
The reason I still have Mahomes 1 is because of his playoff success.
Yeah, I just said that, Charles. I've been saying that all along.
That's the reason. Yeah, that's the reason. Because you could say you're right. You're dead on. Like in recent years, you could say Burrow, Lamar in the regular season has been better.
Yeah, he had 48 touchdowns last year, and he didn't even win the MVP. How crazy that is! Josh Allen won last year.
Yeah, so I don't disagree with that. He said Burrow can't stay healthy. I totally agree with that. Burrow can't stay healthy. Burrow's not. But I do understand why people. I'm not dissing Hurts though. I've been defending her. The Jalen Hurts, I think, is probably the best story of a quarterback resurrection ever. So this guy was benched for Tua Tagovailoa in the championship game.
Yeah, when they played Georgia, and he came in there and won the championship.
Basically ran out, and he wasn't even a passing quarterback.
Yeah, he was a running quarterback.
Breaks every record, gets underdrafted, works his way in Philly where there was really no spot for him. The only reason he played, and he is really, I'm not dissing them at all. I don't think he's better than Mahomes, though. I wouldn't take, I mean, that's a little further than I.
Well, he outplayed Mahomes twice in the Super Bowl, so how could you say that at the proof of concept, a small sample size, in the biggest games, he outplayed both of them. He should have won both those Super Bowls.
Jalen Hurts has 1 Super Bowl.
Mahomes yes, but he beat
like 4.
No, yeah. But the thing is that was a blown call with Bradbury. That wasn't no holding call at all. They got lucky and stuff. Hurts outplayed them in that game. Both times Hurts have outplayed them. In every game, Hurts have outplayed them. And every game they have played. You seen in the Super Bowl? That's how far apart Kansas City and Philadelphia is.
Yeah, the comments. He agrees with you. They agree with you. He said Hurts is better. Essentially, that's what
because he wins.
You're saying it like I'm dissing Hurts. I'm not. One more time, I take Hurts as the top 5 quarterback. To y'all and anybody watching, I think Hurts is top 5. I think the top 5. I think right now it's
don't sleep. And the quarterback people.
Mahomes used to stand by himself without the question.
But he may not win. He may not win another Super Bowl. Andy Reid about to retire soon. Andy Reid is old. Andy Reid may retire in 2-3 years. So when he loses to Coach Mahomes, I don't think he's not gonna win without the coach. You know, the coach have made a big part because before Andy Reid came, Kansas City was a playoff team, but they won't win the Super Bowls at all. So when Reid, no, he is gonna retire soon. He old. You know, and Mahomes, the team around them is not going to be good because he getting all that money and stuff. They got to pay players. That's why Snead went to Tennessee.
Reed ain't going no place. Same way. Yeah. You know what? Here's why. Unless he has a health issue. If you're talking about his age, then yes.
But he married though too. That's why Tom Brady left the game because he wanted to rectify stuff with Gisele Bündchen, his wife, and now she's pregnant with another dude. And he got divorced. You know, some people want their person to stay at home and retire from the game. You know, that's why Tom Brady left the game because guess what? He wanted to work out with his wife, and she got tired of him.
It'd have to be a situation like that for Mahomes for Andy Reid to leave. You know, he wants to go home and jackhammer more babies or whatever he wants to do, or he wants to go do something else with his life. Then he'll leave.
Well, Kelsey better retire.
He's not leaving with Mahomes there. Why would he leave? He's just going to give. He's going to leave 3 or like you said, he's older, health reasons.
Well, Kelsey better retire. Kelsey hinted at retirement and everything. Kelsey better retire, and then Kansas City, and then you got the Chargers and their division gonna be good, you know. So I don't think Kansas City is like the top dogs anymore every year where everybody talk about Chiefs Kingdom. I think the Chargers are gonna win division. Kansas City gonna come out the wild card round.
I agree. I totally agree. I think the Chargers are a better team.
And then the Chiefs are gonna get knocked out in a wild card round. You seen what happened with Brady You seen what happened with Brady when he played Tennessee? He lost to Tennessee in the wild card round. Brady was the all-time GOAT, but he lost to Tennessee in the wild card round. And I think that same could happen for Mahomes this year.
I certainly think that's true. I'm not, and again, I agree with you on Kansas City as much as you yelling at me.
I'm not yelling, Tom. You yelling,
man. Kansas City has real issues, for sure. Kansas City has real issues, and I do not think this is their year to win the Super Bowl, despite I think they're going to win games. I do agree with this here. Defense is still really good.
That don't matter if you can't run the ball. They cannot run the football. It don't matter Pacheco, Hunt. They cannot run the ball at all. They're a one-dimensional team. So guess what? You can reel your head back, and that's pass rush them because they ain't gonna run on you at all. Having none of they running, Mahomes is their number one running back.
Yeah, the best runners on the center.
They cannot run the ball at all. Zero.
I just still think that's enough to get them in the playoffs.
Yeah, but they one-dimensional. It's Mahomes and nothing else. If they didn't have Mahomes, they'll have no wins this year.
No way do they beat the Eagles in the playoffs. No way do they beat the Lions in the playoffs.
They're not beating Buffalo. They're not going to beat the Chargers. Herbert is at another level. Harbaugh is a good coach, man. Stanford, Utah, he went everywhere he go. And Harbaugh going to be in the Super Bowl before Reed. I think Harbaugh going to be in the Super Bowl before Reed go back to the Super Bowl.
Here's the thing with Buffalo, and I think Buffalo gets a pass for a lot of people, for me, because people walk around thinking Buffalo's a better playoff team than Baltimore is, and they're not. They can't beat Kansas City either in the playoffs. Every time you play Kansas
but they're not going to have to worry because Kansas City ain't going. They're not going to have to worry about Kansas City this year because it's going to be Buffalo in the NFC Championship game against somebody else.
I think you're probably right. I really like the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah, Kansas City gonna get knocked out in the wild card round. They're not gonna get past the wild card round this year. Not unless they get some offense. They got to get a running game. Because the Chargers, without a running game, you think they're gonna win any playoff game?
This is the very reason why the people think the Ravens are going to get it together because of the rest of the
Well, yeah,
AFC.
because they got
That's
a
the very
running
reason.
game. They got Henry and they got Jackson, Jackson.
Things are different in Casey. Go ahead.
I think that the Ravens, they just got to get the defense figured out. I think the offense is going to be okay at the end of the day. Jackson going to come back, you know. Russ just got to hold it down for the next 2 games or 3 games and go 2-1 or 1-2. If he could do that, I think they're in a good position to get the 9 wins and maybe sneak in the playoffs. And the Ravens will be dangerous if they sneak the playoffs. They're going to be more dangerous than Kansas City, I'll tell you that much. If the defense get healthy, Olway got 10.5 sacks last year, man.
I think we haven't seen the real Ravens yet. I think you got to have a real healthy Ravens football.
Well, yeah, the defense. If the defense get healthy, watch out. The Ravens coming, man, especially playoff fans.
All right, sir. Is there? Tell us what you're doing out here. You got your own cable network that you own. This is the owner of Revolt TV. Everybody, the new CEO of Revolt TV. That's just a joke. Don't sue us.
Yeah, but Charles, I've been on Can TV. I just interviewed Tony Reale. And Steve Weiss, the interviews are going to be up on Can TV this month. On the 13th, I'm going to have a whole hour. It's going to be called the Friday Night Spotlight. From 7 to 8, I'm going to have all the interviews on back-to-back. So I'm going to have an hour of TV time, man. So I've been on cable September and October. And then now I'm on Linktree.com now. So I got another website people can find my work there now. So, you know. And I just did an interview with Josh Sam. He a big Padres fan, and sorry about your loss because y'all lost against the Cubs. So
you can see how broken up you are. That your hometown team went beat the Orioles West with like 5 ex-Orioles.
The Orioles suck this year anyway. Charles, come on, man.
That's the next video. What's wrong with the Orioles?
The Orioles old and they don't got no pitching. That's the problem. They got good offense. They got Mountcastle. They got Holiday and stuff. You know, they offense gonna be good, but they pitching is old. They don't like to sign nobody. They don't spend no money. They cheat. They cheat. That's the problem. They cheat.
Certainly
the Orioles are cheap.
Podcast. I'm gonna get it out. Certainly on the Ravori Sports podcast, we're gonna get into cheap and all that other fun stuff. All right. Anything else you're doing before we get out of here?
I'm trying to get more interviews. I got Jamie Harris coming on. That's my singing friend. She coming on in December. She gonna perform and stuff. So, you know, I got some big time guests coming on, man.
And you ain't the CEO of Revolt, man? Come on, man.
No,
why don't we just make up something?
Charles, you look like Aaron Glenn, the Jets coach, man. When they played on Monday night,
you said that before.
I'm like, is that my guy Charles Harris or that's Aaron Glenn?
With all that, I got a haircut. I'm not as gray. Is it what me and Aaron's about to say?
I'm like, is he coaching the Jets now? Wow.
All right. And on that note, definitely check us out on the Ravori Sports podcast. This is actually going to also be a song. We're premiering this live. This is also probably going to go on Dion's channel. I'm going to go ahead and send it to him so he can show us all the arguing that we're out here doing on chat. This is kind of how our text messages and everything's look here.
Yeah, we friends, man. We boys, man. You just got to come to Chicago. You don't ever come to Chicago, man.
I can't afford to take 3 kids to Chicago.
No, you gotta come to the Windy City, man. We gonna go to Jimmy's and don't never ask for ketchup. They gonna kick you out of here, man. You gonna get me banned out of my own city if you ask for ketchup, Charles, man. So
all right, Amtrak. He said, yeah. All right. Thank you guys, and thank all of you for watching and commenting and everything like that. Definitely check out Dion's channel. Positivity is the way to go. It's not just a sports channel. He goes into a variety of topics. If you're looking for interesting things, different way he sees the world. You saw that in our conversation. Different way in the channel. If you go ahead and see that. For me, Ravori Sports Podcast, also on Driving to the Top Productions, Baltimore Sports as well, Ravens, Orioles, Terps as well. We're going to go ahead and do that for you. Definitely check us out on all of our social media platforms right down there. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Rumble, and obviously today, and most of our comments today are from our new Kick channel as well. So definitely check that out.
I'm gonna let you lead, Charles, so you can watch the Maryland Terrorists and the Washington Huskies. Whoa, man, Charles, they're so giddy about that game, man. I see how you got to be glued to the TV, Michael Loxley. You know,
it's part of what we do. Part of what we do, sir. Thank you so much, and all of you for watching the Ravori Sports Podcast, Driving to the Top Productions. Positivity is the way to go. We appreciate you. You have a great day.